Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this T20 between Australia and England. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this match is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell.
The right call here, I'd say.
Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams. And dropped. No pressure as they found a gap.
Warner gets off the mark.
Finch is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. A couple on offer here.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Doesn't beat the infield.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot, stabs the ball away. The fielders had no chance.
Hold on. Quick onto that in the infield.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Was there a glove? Yes, there is.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yes. Really good shot there.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. There'll be one run here for them.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Massive edge.
Opened the face of the bat to find the gap, deliberately so, and managed 4 runs.
Finds the fielder with that shot. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Quotes from the members' end.
Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong. A bit lucky, that's just sailed through to the keeper. No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Lovely shot back past the bowler. Runs to be had here.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot. Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Brilliant shot, that.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Morgan, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
That was a good comeback after the boundary last ball.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Right.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Straight to the fielder. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Can't get that outside the ring field.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Misses everything.
Well, it's beaten them entirely. The only other thing it could have done was knock over the stumps.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
Fielders there in the covers, but they put it right into the gap. That's a beautiful shot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Yep. A real beauty. Just times it so well.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well, and the hands even better.
Right there. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Over. Australia are 1 for 48. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the members' end. Cuts that off well in the infield.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Jordan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shot. Just need to tighten their areas now. Couldn't have hit that any better.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Yes.
Thick edge.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, retake the strike.
End of the over. End of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. Times it nicely.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
Got the boundary last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yes. Ball again.
Good return there, back from the deep. That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
It's too short and wide, this bowling. Don't need to give this batter much of an opportunity. They've put it away nicely through point.
Yes.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Wait. Yep.
Over ends, so too does the power play. Change is coming in the field.
Yes.
Great shot, great timing.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Right.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty. Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there. Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yes.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four, driven away nicely.
Yep.
No pressure as they found a gap.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield. Edge. What a ball.
Doing well to clamp down out there. 3 consecutive dots, and the batters have lost any momentum they might have had.
Yep. Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
Yes.
Super shot.
That is an amazing half-century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Yep.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
That's the over. Australia are 197. Quick onto that in the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Waiting.
Good cricket all round. A good delivery and a well-timed shot to the fielder.
Yeah, mate.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Yep.
Massive edge. A couple on offer here. Fantastic catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Right on.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
3 runs added in that over. Australia are 2 for 100. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the great southern stand end. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been... Really happy with that last shot. It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Couldn't get it through the field.
It was a good comeback after that boundary. Last ball.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Time that perfectly.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well, and the hands even better.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward... will eventually come. Finds the fielder with that shot. Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
8 runs added there. Australia are 2 for 108. Jordan from the members' end. Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Right on.
I think that's called for the front foot, not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Great shot, great timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Beaten on the drive.
Hits the boundary. The previous delivery almost finds the perfect comeback.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
A change in the field. More emphasis on defence.
Rashid, the spinner, coming into the attack. Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
That's brilliant. Caressed nicely through the covers.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple one.
Yes.
Nice shot.
It was full and good night. Hit it well to pick up 4.
Yeah.
Big edge.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield. Edged. What a ball. Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Woakes coming back into the attack. Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
Tried for something a bit different. different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yes.
Thick edge. No pressure as they've found a gap.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yeah.
Superbly played through the covers for 4.
He was in the gap pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
I'd like to see them aim. Quick onto that in the infield.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
What a good shot that is. Took advantage of a full straight ball. The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Misses everything.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
The breakthrough doesn't seem long in coming. Hazelwood will know they just need to keep bowling like this. Great shot.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Wait. Waiting.
That is a gorgeous shot, straight through the covers.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. This misses that for 4. A bit of West Indian flair to that.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Good bit of timing there.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
An economical over comes to an end. You get the feeling these openers might be finding their feet. Going with pace now.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Well, not the best fielding. Has a shy at the stumps, but they were well safe. And to add insult to injury, the ball flies to the boundary.
It's really hard not to get caught up in the excitement. The crowd are loving every minute of this game.
Yes.
Out! What a catch!
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and the disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they've got out like that.
Milan comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Yes.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Got right in behind it. End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. England are 1-28. That's out. Caught.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Right on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Doing well to clamp down out there. 3 consecutive dots, and the batters have lost any momentum they might have had.
Waiting. Yes.
Frustration for the fielders. That was a huge chance for a run out.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Nicely played.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Couldn't have hit that any better. A couple on offer here.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Too full, got what it deserved.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Bairstow has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here. Nice shot, 4 runs.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Finch, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. "12 runs added there. England are 2 for 53. That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Well, any sign of nerves approaching the half-century can be forgotten. A brilliant shot for 6.
Two boundaries in a row. Time to just focus on line and length again. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Super shot that.
Haven't wasted a lot of deliveries, played some big shots, mixed in with good, smart cricket, and they've reached 50.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
The crowd are really getting quite raucous. It's going to be difficult to focus down in the middle with this amount of noise. Straight to the fielder.
Just threw the shot too early.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes. Cummins from the members' end. Right out of the middle.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
Cummins is usually very good at not bowling no balls. Must have got something wrong with the run-up.
Yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Super piece of timing.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Big over there, 24 from it. England are 2-9. The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl in the great southern stand end. Got all of it, and for 6.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
This match is getting unbelievably exciting, and the crowd have joined the party. It's pretty noisy in the ground.
Yes.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap. Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Yep.
Cummins did very nicely out there on the boundary.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over. England are 3 for 110. Going with spin now.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yep.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Solid defence, very compact.
Got them playing defensively there, really good use of the slow ball.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. No pressure as they've found a gap.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Nice solid defensive shot. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
Really charging towards three figures now. Absolutely hammered that one.
Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
Fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Pressure will definitely be hard. Finch, I'm sure, will be onto their bowlers to pick up another quick wicket.